So, my dad lives in Ireland now, and he's a big leftist.
Yeah.
And
I used to live in Ireland now, too.
Yep. Yeah, I'm a solid conservative, and I agree with you on a lot of things. And one of the big things I disagree with you about is the voting age, which you argue to vote for is 25 unless they pass the civics test.
The way I would frame it, just to make it simple, it's a constitutional amendment. Constitutional amendments are like a really high bar. It's starting a conversation around high school seniors who graduate from high school. Just haven't passed the same civics test that an immigrant has to pass to become a voting citizen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so my argument, right?
Just the spirit of it is what I would
Which is
think.
like probably the biggest disagreement I have with you, because I think everyone should be able to vote at 18. But I can also see your disagreement in the civics test at 25, which hey, you got to prove yourself to be able to vote. So my disagreement with volunteering at 18 years old was what is the fundamental disagreement with allowing an average 18-year-old to vote versus allowing myself to vote at 18, and I'm willing to volunteer and sacrifice for that. So what's your point for that?
Well, I think you have some skin in the game.
Yep.
So either pass the civics test and you know something about the country.
Right.
But tests aren't for everybody. So if a test isn't for somebody, then you at least have some skin in the game through that experience
I get that.
of caring about the country.
Absolutely.
So it's this conversation starter about that. And it takes a constitutional amendment to get there. But we have this crisis of national pride.
Right.
And you got to have skin in the game to play in the game. And we want to create that. And a guy like you who served, where did you serve? What division of the military did you serve?
I was the 86th IBCT. I was an infantryman for 6 years. And
I'm grateful to you.
Disagreement, as well as many leftist policies that I have throughout Europe, is I think you should be able to vote and fight for when you're 18. I don't think there should be an amendment to say, hey, you have a vote, right? You have a civics test at 18, and if you pass that, you're allowed to vote.
Which is what we do for immigrants, but
Which I get that for immigrants. And I can completely see your point of view for arguing for American citizens.
Yeah.
I don't think the average American citizen would pass to the degree.
You know, funny thing is, a 10-year-old girl in Iowa, she came up to me after hearing some disagreement and, healthy but fun disagreement.
Right.
She said, I'm going to try it. 10 years old. Her name's Lena. She prints it out, 100 questions, 60% a passing score. She hands it to me, 100 out of 100. And she said, I do it live some other time if you want to prove a 10-year-old girl can do this. More that it gives me hope and it starts a conversation we're not having. But the thing about this campaign is you don't have to agree with everything I believe to support me.